Frank with Frank's Finest Outdoors, reviewing the finest products that the outdoor companies have to offer. Today I am unboxing the Dialed Pruf mover sight, specifically the 3-pin vertical adjustable sight. So let's get into this, guys, see how it's packed, see what's good, first thoughts, initial thoughts. Right now I am using the XL driver sight. Currently I have on the AVX 41 scope as I'm getting ready to go to the Lancaster Classic, but I'm also interested in a new vertical sight for the hunting season coming up. Even though ours just ended, we have a dialed target. Let's see, a nice dialed sticker. It says part of the ship, part of the crew. That'll go on something. They're unique clamshell packaging. I ordered mine in sage to try to match up the Hoyt bottomland as best as I can. They don't have bottomland out yet. I'm sure they will with what I see online. I also ordered the sight light in sage as well. Put that on there. That's it for the box. So let's see, this is going to be, from my understanding, cream of the crop as far as sights. So you're similar to UV sights, the XL driver type mover sights. Let's take this guy off. Pop clamshell open, I believe. There we go. Okay. And what's in the package here? So they are claiming to shoot farther because the angled elevation system. So I mean, if you're watching this, you're probably well aware of it. You've probably seen them at TAC or other shoots. You're gonna gain. I mean, from what I've seen on other YouTube reviews, I think like 10 possible yards out of the angled elevation system. It says the dual switch tapes, tool-free micro windage, shift, lever, adjust, feel, lock, and then of course the first, second, and third micro adjust. Inside here we have the sight tape selector. We will mess around with that at a later date. All right, so let's see how this feels. Looks like the machining is pretty good. This dial part here where your yardage is, looks like it got a little marred up possibly. I'm gonna try to show this on camera if possible. See if I can get that on there. So it's kind of like a little black dot. It looks like maybe, you know, they were maybe moving too fast and getting these together. But overall, I mean, that might be nitpicking. Pretty clean. Let's see this adjustment. That's pretty smooth. I've used HHA slider sights, the driver sight. I have not compared any of the UV sights, just based on trying to keep it as American made as possible. I have used UV products, but just not their sights, and I'm going to keep going this route if possible. These, I chose the 10,000 spins, and they look pretty dang bright. Definitely stack up nice and clean. All the pins seem to be about the same brightness, so that's good. Sometimes on sites you'll have maybe one pin that's a little bit dimmer than the others for some reason, depending on how maybe they're installed at the factory. I do like the rheostat cover on this. I found that the HHAs kind of stick. Sometimes they can be a little difficult to twist. The original scope that comes with the driver, that one is nice as well. It's pretty easy to use. And I will say I have the ETAC light on. the Elvish Tack light system set up for the AccuStat 2 is what comes on that, on the Excel, and it is not needed at all in hunting situations. Excel pins are super bright. I noticed that this year. I didn't even have to turn my light on, didn't even have to worry about it. So I hope this is the same with these, because I'd rather not even run a light if possible. All the pins seem to be about the same brightness, so that's good. Sometimes on sites you'll have maybe one pin that's a little bit dimmer than the others for some reason, depending on how maybe they're installed at the factory. I do like the rheostat cover on this. I found that the HHAs kind of stick. Sometimes they can be a little difficult to twist. The original scope that comes with the driver, that one is nice as well. It's pretty easy to use. And I will say I have the E-Tack light on, the Elvish Tack light system set up for the AccuStat 2 is what comes on that, on the Excel, and it is not needed at all in hunting situations. Excel pins are super bright. I noticed that this year. I didn't even have to turn my light on, didn't even have to worry about it. So I hope this is the same with these, because I'd rather not even run a light if possible. So I would have to say I'm going to mess around here. It has the micro adjust on each one. So there's a lock. There's a lock inside, and I apologize. There's a lock up front. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that. I'm going to put some B-roll in here as well, so you're going to get some of this close up. Of course, you have your 3 yardage indicators on the inside of the bow, 1 on the outside. I did notice that Dialed offers that you can buy 2 more indicators for the right side. There's been some complaints so far on a couple of the YouTube videos that people would like them, so it's not that you can't, it's just it's something you have to buy extra if it does bother you that much, which for me it doesn't. So I would have to say, so far, I'm going to pop this cover off and see about putting this light on while I'm at it. That seemed to be pretty easy. And then I hope that there's a battery in here already. That would be great. Yep. See how many settings it is on this. All right, pretty good. 1, 2, 3, off. So 3 settings. Standard yellow level on here, up top. I know some people complain about that. They usually like them on the bottom. I don't really have a preference for that. It does have a nice cutout on the top. So not only do you have the 2 reference marks on the bubble, you also have one dead center of the bubble, actually. So you're getting 3 reference marks on there, which I'm not sure if that was a planned decision, but it's where this ring is cut out. It's almost dead center of that, so it's kind of nice that you can not only keep the bubble in the middle, but you can line it up with that big cutout. So I would say the indicators are they're a tiny bit, I mean, I'm nitpicking on this as well. I mean, they're not like the metal pins, but they are a tiny bit thick. And it looks like, actually, they may not even be all the same size. Maybe it's depending on how they're laying in there. But I know you can loosen it up and move those pins as well while you're adjusting the sight. So all those pins are movable. So you're going to be able to adjust your 20, 30, 40 instead of a 20, 32, 46 or whatever it may be, which is the whole reason why I'm going to this. My AccuStat scope was a 3-pin horizontal, so I wanted to get more of a vertical, open up the sight housing, the scope housing a little bit more, and I feel like it's just a lot better setup visually, and especially now that I'm practicing with a single pin for Lancaster's tournament, I just want to continue to stick with that so I don't have any hiccups or anything different. I will say this scope sight and light was on the pricier side. I don't know how it stacks up against a version of UV with the light. I have the pick mount, so I'm running a Hoyt. So I don't know how it stacks up price wise. I'd have to check, but I'm gonna say that it could be just as much, if not possibly a little bit more. I'd have to look at the receipt, but I'm gonna throw some B-roll in here, give you guys some close-ups, and then I will shoot it, and then put it on after Lancaster, of course, and then start shooting it. See what my thoughts are. I will say right off the get-go, I can already tell I prefer this over the XL driver. I think this is a lot cleaner of a setup. It's manufactured very well. Just tiny little smudge mark there possibly. Like I said, they're trying to rock these things out. They are jam-packed. I think they just came back on in stock, but they sold out super quick. So I'm happy with it though. I might send them a picture of this ring, see what their thoughts are. Maybe they'll send me a replacement, and we'll go from there. So more videos to come. I have some release videos coming, and different videos based on going to a Lancaster event for the first time.